Hello and welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons on Overdrive Theatre. My name is Neil and I will be a Dungeon Master for this evening. Joining me are Alex.
Hello, I'm Alex. I'm Milo, the Harping Rogue. Bam!
We also have Nick.
Hi, I'm Nick, Master Sniper Elf Ranger.
You forgot the BAM. Give me a BAM. You know BAM?
Bam!
BAM! There we go. We also have James.
I'm playing Voss in the Forge Cleric. Bam?
And we have Chantelle.
Jesus.
No, you're not.
I mean, I could be. I could be, you don't know.
You're
I'm
old person.
Chantelle. I am playing the Wood Elf Bard, Sariel.
Okay, good. So last time. There's been a few last times. I forgot. We got a few recorded just in case something goes wrong. So last time you found yourselves inside a barrow. You've been brought back from the great beyond, the afterlife, the dead, after solving kind of a not that complicated puzzle. There were some other elements to it that you would have found out had you stayed there a little bit longer. But no, you managed to solve it. In fact, I believe Nick managed to solve it. And you ended up back in the Long Barrow, where you previously died. You burst in like a party of adventurers, and you took out the mysterious bad guy. And
No.
he was bad.
Two snuck in, and one booted open the door like it was the starting of Shrek.
And went bam!
Bam!
Bam! The mysterious, the crystal that was in the center of the room that had, variously killed you, vaporized you, and tased you. You managed to destroy. At which point, the mysterious evil figure buggered off.
Yeah,
Which-
Mr. Evil as shit just went, nah, I'm out.
Which just left the body of Nick to deal with. So last time you had the body of Nick, and you managed to straight up murder yourself. In fact, I think you were finished off by Chantelle?
James.
James.
So yeah, James finished you off, Nick.
In a fiery explosion of
Finish me
gloriousness.
off.
Just finished you off.
It went everywhere.
That's just the body that's left. You are now standing in a chamber, an actual burial chamber, underground.
Full of children.
Full of children, yeah, children, and they're sort of stirring, coming to, now that the crystal is broken.
Should we get
I
a
was
shovel?
going to say, are they alive?
Wow,
Are any of them called Gordon?
I want to know if any of them are William.
is Gordon alive?
It was Gordon alive.
I think last time I saw Gordon, he was flying blind on a rocket cycle.
Blind on a rocket cycle.
So what are you guys doing? You're in a room.
Are there any torches in here?
Is there anything I can steal?
Okay, so the first question, are there any torches? Yes, there are torches on the outside of
Good. So
the
the kids
room.
aren't going to wake up and freak the living out.
Because it's super dark and you're the only ones with a dark vision.
Yes.
No, there is
Right.
still plenty of illumination. After the crystal is gone, which was emitting an eerie green glow, yes, there is still stuff in the room.
Can I
Almost-
check? Are any of the... Sorry, Alex, you go first.
I want to search for valuables.
Okay, where are you searching for valuables?
Actually, the shards of the crystal left.
Shards of the crystal? You mean you want to pick up shards of crystal shards? Crystal castles? Crystal meth?
I want some of this crystal.
Okay. Okay. I don't think that's how you take crystal meth, James. Also, don't do drugs, kids. That's
Good.
pretty bad for you. Especially
Really not
crystal
good for
meth.
the poopings.
And they're really expensive.
No, crystal meth actually gives you the same symptoms as scurvy, as in all your connective tissue liquefies and your teeth fall out. So that's fun.
Right, I'll be kind of getting the kids ready to leave. I'll say soothing things to them, like, I'm not here to hurt you.
Okay.
We were sent by the village.
Would
I
you
mean,
like some candy?
Well, we still have the battle map up.
No.
Yeah, I'll just leave you over there. So you go and start.
Make sure none of them are injured.
You're okay. You want to roll just to examine the kids. Medical for me.
Stop laughing. Stop
I mean, pure innocence. You're essentially performing triage.
24.
Yeah, you perform triage on the kids. There doesn't seem to be any physical damage to them. There's no lacerations or injuries aside from the sort that you would get
They have
running.
just all got PTSD. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Well, that's the thing. You can't find anything physical, but you haven't talked to them yet. They're sort of beginning to sit up and look around.
Well, it would be like talking to them as I'm doing, not just be like, oh yeah, I'm touching you, don't worry, kid, it's fine.
You're actually talking to them. Please, roleplay the
When was
talking!
the last time you went... No, never mind, we're not going down that road, because I remember last time you went to the doctors, it's fine. Yeah,
When-
bedside manner and all that, I am a cleric.
I go to the doctors sometimes. Stop
I
the
don't.
Kit Kat.
Mm-hmm.
Get the batteries changed.
Not going right now. They're too busy dealing with the plague.
Bolts tightened.
Bolts tightened. Servos looked at.
Yes, exactly. Lubricant exchanged.
Have you seen my tricorder? Anyway, sorry, yeah, you were talking to the kids. What are you saying to them, please?
Just generally, you're alright, what's your name? Does it hurt anywhere? Do you know where you are?
Let's just see if they do freak out. They're sort of perturbed, but they're not absolutely freaking out. Some of them mention seeing a clown and asking about candy, while others they seem mostly disorientated.
That's fine. Like they were put
yeah.
under a spell quickly. That's cool.
Yes, they don't really know
That's fine.
much about this room or
That's fine.
why they're even underground. They just know they all mention something about a clown and candy variously.
That's absolutely fine. It's not fine. Don't take sweeties off strangers.
Never take sweets off kids or strangers. Kids,
Or strange kids.
strange kids.
Jesus.
Like taking candy from a baby.
Have you
tried
taken
it?
sweets from a kid before? They're just beating you up.
You're
in the wrong side of town!
It's like 12 of them. You're like, oh no.
Oh,
Over,
no.
girl.
That sounds like Penzance on a Friday night.
Anywhere on a Friday night. Yeah, I'll kind of make sure they're all rounded up a bit and I don't know.
Are any of them William? Can I actively have a look to see if we recognise any
Pick
of
him
them?
up, shake him, go, William!
William, you walk around. You look at the kids. None of them appear to be the William that you saw in the afterlife. No.
Okay.
Good.
Who does number 2 work for?
Who does number 2 work for?
I've still got the scarf that I took out of when we were at the hideout, which we assumed was a kid's hideout. I'm gonna hold it up. It's like, who does this one belong to? Do any of you want it back?
One of the girls sort of reaches for it. She doesn't sort of reach for it.
Just be hold up and be like, nah.
I'm gonna hand it to her. It's like, it's a very pretty scarf. Make sure you hold on to it.
She nods and clutches it. They they're not really in a talking mood. They are very
That's fine.
disorientated.
I'll make sure none of them are thirsty or hungry because I've got some rations
Phantom
and water.
growls at all of them.
You're offering them food.
Or water.
Candy.
They want to drink.
Oh yeah, no, they take whatever you're offering, water and food.
What are they getting? That's my supplies gone.
Yeah, they just munch that down as if they haven't eaten for a while.
That's fine.
Good. Sorry, Alex. Milo, you were wanting to do something.
Yeah, I wanted to take a piece of the crystal.
Okay. You reach down. There's shattered crystal. In between all these plinths, there's shattered crystal on the floor. So you sort of reach down and find one that's not too sharp, and pick it up.
Just put it in the rucksack. I'm going to give that to Charles.
You just toss it straight in your rucksack. Okay.
Can I walk over to where the bad guy disappeared through? I'm assuming he disappeared through the bookshelf. I just want to go and have a look, and I know this sounds really daft. You probably just walk through it, but I want to check like there's no switches or anything, or
That's what I was going to do.
you can do it if you want, Nick.
I want to
You
go
have
over
just
there.
interrupted him.
I
a
also
couple
want to
of times.
recall Fenton as well.
You're going
What,
to
from
go in
another
there
realm?
and call him.
Here boy! Here boy!
I mean, you
I'm
head
already
over. Fenton's with you. So
If you
that's
wanna-
fine.
If you want to make the search, I can always give you assistance with it if you want, which would make you roll at advantage, as we're both over there.
So you go up to this bookshelf and you start searching it, and Sariel just starts screaming like rock ballads in your ears.
Look there!
Yeah, literally. I'm just gonna be like, oh, you're doing so well.
Yeah, I can roll an investigation.
Yeah. I will give you assistance with it, so you'd roll at advantage.
Here we go. Can I do that?
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
up to, it's
18.
DM's.
18. So you roll. That's with advantage, is it?
That's with advantage.
Okay. Yeah. You search this bookshelf. One of the things you do notice as you start rummaging around is these books are destroyed. They're just falling apart. Damp, time, age, everything. As soon as you touch them, they just crumble into a mass of wet paper. It is
Crumble
pretty
through.
disgusting, actually. The shelves themselves are pretty soft and weak, and as you just brush against them, they start to collapse. Start to collapse. Well, they do both.
So the bookshop had nothing to do with it. You used a portal or something to go through.
No. In fact, as you push against the back of this thing, you just start pushing the wood away. It's kind of wet and all falling apart.
Ew.
Please don't bring it all down on our heads.
I can't hear you from over.
Put it this way, you probably wouldn't be able to set fire to this place because of the wetness.
What's the thing behind me on the floor?
It's wet.
Your dog?
That's a lectern. That's what
A
the bad
what?
guy. A lectern is a thing that you put a book on as if you were reading
okay.
it.
Good.
Good.
That's that done. That's my search done.
Well, I think we should get the
Yep.
kid out of here.
Yeah.
Grab a couple of shards, stick them in the bag of holding.
Okay, make a note that you've got a couple of crystal shards. And see the bag of holding. Good. So you're moving now from here to you're just taking the kids back to town.
To the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the front.
Who's going first?
Me.
Me. Oh.
I'm closest,
I'm going
I guess.
behind.
Right, okay, so the ranger and the rogue up front, and me and
The
the...
kids can go in between, can't they?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We need somebody up front and somebody in the middle.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. You make your way out of
I'll
here.
just
I'm just
casually
assuming you're
teabag Nick's evil dead self as I go by.
all right. You casually teabag Nick's fallen body, Nick's duplicate dead body.
There's not a lot left of it, mate.
That's fine.
I did get smashed by a fiery anvil.
It's fine. It's what you do though when you win, though, isn't it? You teabag something.
Usually they've got the player cam up at that point. This guy has no bits to have a player cam with.
We'll just push the kids, not push the kids, but shush them past that quickly while the halflings teabag the soup on the floor.
So you go to leave, and they follow you. They recognize that you are A, adults, B, armed adults, and so as you leave, you head out into the tunnels, the barrow. It's pretty dark. The kids are having trouble navigating, obviously, but they sort of follow by
Hold on to Fenton's tail.
Make a chain, children. Make a chain.
Yeah, essentially, you just make a chain of the kids. It's not too far anyway, so you eventually get to the barrow entrance, and then you find yourself stepping back out into the sunlight. It is fairly late in the day, but town, as you remember, it wasn't too far away. I think you ended up going east.
We went all round the way. I'll just tell the kids to go, which way's home?
Yeah. A handful of them just point in the direction of Ballard, of the
Right,
town.
let's make it so.
All right. So you follow the kids, and the kids know where to go. Although they're not leaving your side, they every time they head on a little bit further, they'll wait for you to catch up. Nick,
That's
as
me.
you're leaving the entrance to the barrow, you feel a tug on your sleeve. There is another child, an extra child. This does appear to be William. William. He's slightly different, though. He's
Tentacles.
fairly translucent compared to everyone else here. And as you look down, he doesn't so much have legs as there is a point at which he blends into the terrain. It's actually quite hard to focus on, so you just go straight back to straight back to the eyes because it is a lot easier to focus on that. Next to him is a grandfather clock. He says nothing, but as you look up at the clock, you notice that the front glass is open, and the face is also slightly open as well. And he just stares at you expectantly.
Do I still have the key on me?
The key to wind it.
Yeah.
Yes, you do, because you had it in the afterlife, and then you still have it now.
I'm going to take it as a big hint to wind the clock. So that's
Okay.
what I would like to do.
You go to wind the clock. So you open the glass on the front. Everyone else sort of files past. They don't. This is an interesting one. Can everyone roll perception for me?
Here comes Chantelle's flex. She was boasting about it earlier.
17.
Milo, 17.
26.
Okay.
Natty 20. 23.
Natural 20. So, if you got above 20, which 2 of you did, you notice that Banther has stopped walking and is kind of looking towards the undergrowth at the side of the barrow. It's almost imperceptible. There is definitely something there. It looks like a shade or the outline of another child. And next to it is something that is very hard to focus on. James, Varson, you have experience in this, so you get a little bit more resolution. You think you can see the outline of a familiar. It kind of looks like William, but it's very hard to keep focus on. And next to him does look like the outline of the clock, but oh boy, any more than a couple of seconds looking at this, and it makes your eyes go funny.
That's without beer. I'll just carry on walking and be like over the talking. Nice to see you again, William, and carry on.
So Nick, you're going to wind this clock.
Yes.
All right. As you go to wind the clock, the actual face of it swings back, and you can see the clockwork on the inside. Much like Doctor Who's TARDIS, it is a lot bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, like infinitely bigger. You see brass clockwork, polished brass clockwork going back for, well, forever. In front of you, though, is what looks like a separate mechanism that would have been connected to the clock face itself. And it is just there. It kind of looks like a brass clockwork flower.
Can I take it?
I mean, do you want to take it?
Yeah. I mean...
Okay. You reach into the mechanism and you carefully pick this thing up. It has no weight to begin with, but as you pull it towards you, you can feel it getting heavier and heavier. Yeah, this thing's got to be like 20 pounds. Solid brass. There is a lot of gears and mechanisms inside it. You are now in possession of the sunflower.
How big is it? Like the size of my hand? 20 pounds. I'm sure I've got quite a grip on it.
Yeah, it's probably the size of a large coconut.
Do you have any lines?
Just to give you an idea of its size.
Is it moving or anything like that?
This,
Or is it just a literal flower?
um,
It's got gears on it, yes?
yes, the gears are moving.
Okay.
There's a lot of movement in the mechanism itself. Yes. As you take it, you see the clock and everything just disappear. It sort of vanishes down into the ground and becomes just one with the earth. William, for his part, turns and you not sure if he blinked or what, but he's gone, replaced only with a handful of butterflies and a disturbance in the undergrowth. you have this mechanism in your hands. It is, it's pretty heavy. It's made of brass and it's moving.
Do you want to put it in the bag?
Do I want to put it in a bag? You got they're 5p though, aren't they? Bags from shops cost money now.
5p bags, like a little bag for life.
Yes, I shall take this. What's James got? An endless void bag or something like that?
He's got a bag of holding.
That's probably the best place to go, isn't it? Because I don't want to carry it. Yeah.
You going to explain this at all, or are you just going to say, yeah, I found it?
I'm going to go to James because he's seen the winter lady.
He's seen some stuff.
I'm assuming it's some sort of season thingy.
Righto. You're from William by any chance?
Hang on.
The season thingy. An
I'm going to go with Barson.
Thank you.
Hey, Barson.
Avatar of the seasons.
Yes, Banther.
What do you make of this?
It's a clockwork.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I can make a lot from it. Do you want me to melt it down or what?
I don't think we should. It was given to us by William.
Right.
From an endless void in a grandfather clock.
With my
Neat.
passive
Put it in the bag.
insight, would I recall that from a conversation we'd had with Charlie
About needing
a sunflower?
We all knew about the sunflower. That's why he sent us down here.
I didn't know about it.
And
I didn't
so I'm
write
saying,
notes.
would I recall it? Would I recall this, or put
Yes.
together that this is probably what we were looking for?
yes.
Fabulous.
All right, let's get
Yes.
the kids home and get back to Charles.
I was going to say that basically, let's get the kids back first.
Okay, so you managed to get the kids back to town. It takes a little while, but you make it. It's fairly uneventful journey. You get back, and a few of the adults notice the party return to town, and just rush forward. The kids that belong to them are whisked away with much thanks and tears, while other adults are called to the front gate of the town of Ballard, and they're reunited with parents and children. For their part, let me just find my thing. Aethrin. The matronly figure that you first saw in the paddock outside of Ballard, Aethrin, who was directing the search. She comes up to you and thanks you. She says, "Oh, that's wonderful. Where did you find them?"
In a barrow.
In a bag. It was a 5p bag.
I put them in the bag and I kick the bag.
The bag.
She says, what were they doing there?
They've been drawn to a barrow by a clown offering sweets. Turns out they were some sort of evil sorcerer necromancer. Bad thing. He killed us. We came back. We killed him. Problem solved.
We didn't kill him.
That does
They
not
don't need to know
sound
that.
great. And she says, I'll let the county guard know. We'll investigate the barrow.
If you see any large glowing green crystals, destroy them first.
Yeah.
Noted.
Also, you might want to speak to your kids about taking candy off strangers. Just a thought there.
We don't usually encourage that, but to be honest, there aren't that many strangers around this area. As she's sort of saying this, Aethrin. Aethrin? Nope. Other one.
Erin.
And she really wrote bigger notes. There she is. Steps up behind her and she says, "Oh, wonderful, the children are back. Did you?" And she sees the party. I suppose you found them. Where were they? And Aethrin explains about the barrow and the candy and, well, that's strange. There's not usually many strangers that come around here offering sweets to children. Anyway.
Be in a Devonshire village where everyone knows everyone.
Everybody knows your name.
Well, a reward. It's customary. Yes, it's customary. And she pokes Aethrin. He says, is it? And they have a little bit of a... So, Aethrin says, well, if you give us a moment, I'm sure we'll put together some gold for you. And of course you can stay the night, and Aaron's like, maybe we should have a feast in their honor. You know, a feast for their success and bringing back the children. Aetherin's just says, maybe not at the feast. A cookout. Maybe just brunch. We could have brunch. And as you hear this this sort of back and forth, you can see the rest of the townspeople in the background bringing firewood, rolling barrels of alcohol, and there's definitely more than one dead boar on a spit, sort of being carried into the paddock. A few of the other townsfolk are carrying musical instruments, and by the time Aetherin has been sort of beaten into some sort of party, she turns around and just everyone's already there. They're already lighting the fires.
As she's
Already
kind of
getting drunk, ignoring their kids.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as the kind of they're arguing back with thought, I'm just gonna be like saying, "Excuse me, Aetherin, I think you've kind of been a bit overruled with this one."
The kids are there, although unlike normal kids at parties, these ones aren't running around and kind of getting in the way. They are very much staying close to their parents. So yeah, Aaron says, "Oh well, party it is. Oh, there is just one thing," and she holds up a ring. And it is familiar to some of you, probably more familiar to Milo. Yes, I think I've taken the curse off of this. Would you care to have it? I think it'd be better in the hands of adventurers like yourselves than here in a sleepy village.
Sure, I'll look after it.
I was going to say it's Alex's ex-wife.
Well, she says, well, if the curse hasn't been removed, then not sure what to say. So yeah, you take it. It's a ring of the ram.
Would you like me to make sure?
Can you check for curses specifically?
Does not identify, does not.
Identify does not identify curses, which if you would have picked up the ring when you got to town, if someone would have stolen the ring, they would have had a fun time. I know this. It may or may not have been a little trap.
Not a good.
Yes.
Ring of the ram. Keep going.
Keep going. Okay.
It's in equipment.
Yeah, it's an actual D&D ring, so you can look it up in Beyond.
Yeah, it's
Don't know how.
go to equipment and search.
Yeah.
Or do it after.
Or do it after, because you're not exactly going to be fisting someone at a party.
Literally think first radar, but in a ring form so many times a day.
I think it's 3 charges a day. You get to blast someone backwards. Great fun if you happen to be up somewhere high or on scaffolding.
Like you do in Skyrim. Oh, that person's on a rampart. Fuss! Oh, no. Bye!
Bye.
I'm just going to perk my eyebrows up, and be like, ooh, alcohol it is then. And
there's elven eyebrows.
Alcohol.
What?
Yep. So
what does it do?
Well, we'll cover that later. Well, let's move on. Let's keep things rolling.
I want to go and play my instrument with a band.
There is quite a lot of people. Then they are taking musical instruments out into the field. Whether you want it or not, you are all offered cooked hog and mead. It is country mead. This stuff will clean. Well, it's here for 2 reasons: degreasing engines and killing brain cells.
Brain cells and isolating landscapes.
Yeah, this is the good stuff. You're joining with the band. Okay, cool. There's a lot of string instruments here. Do you want to roll performance check?
Please get a 1.
23.
Break the loop.
23.
Grow out somebody with a wire.
They are playing quite a jaunty jig. Quite a jaunty jig. One of the villagers comes forward and dressed slightly differently than the others. He's got a bit of a flat cap going on. And as everyone's playing little loop, little jig, the rest of the villagers just join in with the song. It's a song they all know. This guy just screams, thunder, and they all join in.
Wow, wow, wow.
Oh, you know the song?
I believe I know the song. I might have once seen this band at a gig, verily.
Yeah. The singer's got kind of a strained voice, but everyone seems to be straight in on it. So that's good.
So, alright then. So, as soon as he yells thunder, there will be a large clap of thunder.
Oh, you're doing this.
Thaumaturgy.
The kids start screaming and running.
You might want to wait to the point where he gets to thunderstruck, but sure.
And, yeah, right. Get to the
Alright.
crescendo and wait, and then just be like...
So yeah, they get to the thunderstruck moment, and then you summon a bolt of lightning using thaumaturgy.
Very,
Just
very
clap of thunder.
frightening indeed.
Oh, clap of thunder. Okay, and it rolls out.
A
Everyone's
rumble of
just-
thunder, the cry of a raven, or ominous whispers. Stuff like that. So, yeah, it's a
Okay.
rumble.
There's a rumble of thunder, but it doesn't deter anyone. They're just straight in on it. It seems like these guys have wanted to have a party for a while, and this was just the time. So
And the torches around the band will change colour as well.
okay, cool.
I can do all sorts.
So as the party heads off into the night, there's much mead, much food. The children over time they sort of come back into themselves, and they start dancing with everyone else. If you want to know what the music is, just look up AC/DC's
Thunderstruck.
Thunderstruck. Yeah. Day turns into night. Night rolls into day. I'm assuming everyone's gonna. I mean, a lot of the villagers just sleep out in the field. It's a nice evening.
Won't be anything out of the ordinary for us then? Well,
No. There's a few hay bales which you can just crash on for
sleep
free.
under me shield would be alright.
Yeah.
So we get a long rest.
You get a long rest, yes. So any spells and hit points you want to recover, you do that. I'm out of tea, but I have mango juice. Oh, it's Christmas tea. So it's got like cornflower flowers and stuff in
Corn.
it.
I'm not
Corn.
blurting at the Christmas tea. That sounds lovely. I'm blurting at the mango because it's disgusting.
I have
Mango juice
orange
is
and mango.
lovely.
It's delicious.
Bleh.
Anyway, yeah, morning rolls round and
Do my morning ritual,
do your
pray to the
morning ritual.
gods, bless my hammer, you know.
Oh, I thought you meant poop, but sure. So morning rolls round, and I changed the page on my notes. Oh yes,
I'm showing a page of my notes, yes.
it's kind of it's a beautiful day. It's a wonderful day, in fact, and you're all sort of in the meadow. I'm gonna just go back a page. Yes, yep. Aetherine comes and finds you and thanks you again for finding the kids. Hands over a small coin purse. There's about 200 gold in it. So
Who has the party gold? I can't remember. Was it me or James?
I think
James
it's
has-
James.
yeah, James has party gold. Yeah. So as you're standing there, okay, and it's going to go by James. I'm just going by what I've rolled. James, you're
Yes.
standing out in a paddock. The sky is blue, the sun is coming up, and it is warm. Suddenly, a rope drops down next to you. Can you roll a reflex for me? Please, if you would be so kind. A reflex. Yeah.
Isn't that a dexterity roll?
Dex save.
Dex?
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew what he meant, it's fine.
Know what I meant? It's probably something from Cybernet that we usually play.
16.
16. Yeah,
Which
right.
for me isn't actually too bad.
Yeah, no, that's enough. Yeah, you see this rope just kind of drop down next to you, which is weird. That's strange. Why would that happen? And then you notice it twitch. You take a step back just as it sort of cracks into the space where you would have been had you not have stepped away. That looked like it could have been painful. Then a small humanoid just descends in front of your face, followed by a dog which slides down the rope into the humanoid's butt. It's a child, maybe a boy, maybe a girl. You're not entirely sure. They say hello, and then the rope just disappears across the paddock, over to a small sycamore tree, where the rope is tied off. Looking up, as I'm sure you are now doing,
Mm-hmm.
you see an airship. It is.
Right.
It is like the airships that fly over Carrigan Moor. You've seen these before.
Right.
The ones that fly over the city. It kind of has the resemblance of a goldfish. There is a large gas bag with a boat hull suspended underneath, and large ribbed sails, about the position that a fish's fins would be. The sails are there to catch wind. So
No one else want to scream Zeppelins?
quite
No.
literally a ship that is in the air.
There's an airship.
You're just
Good
going to scream
morning.
Zeppelin?
Right. So I'm
Sorry.
I'm greeting the tiny human, and those two are screaming Zeppelin. All right, cool. That's fine.
All right, the tiny human is now a couple hundred feet away. The
Thought they dropped down in front of us.
They did, but as the rope was swinging them, so they actually swung up to you and then swung back. So there's quite a long swing.
Is Erin or Aethrin there?
Aethrin's there, just looking up at the airship.
Right. I think that's for us. Gonna go
Oh.
with it.
Good, I was about to ask. It's very unusual that a boat should be in the sky. Seems like a city folk thing.
Yeah, they're a bit weird.
As you go over, a rope ladder unfurls and drops down. There's you see a couple of figures climbing down. There's a half orc followed by another human, both male. And as soon as they hit the ground, you're just standing at the bottom of the rope ladder, are you? I'm going to
Yeah, I'm waiting.
All right.
Oh, either I'm gonna have to kill somebody else, or the head picks up.
Are you
I'm
actually
entering-
saying that?
I'm
No.
entering stealth.
That's the mental process that's going through my head. Is either here we go again, or this is our taxi.
I got 28
Okay.
roll for stealth. Just
Yeah,
to say.
okay. You stealth. Are you hiding?
Yeah, I'm hiding.
Okay, good. So the half orc looks at you and says, I thought there'd be more of you.
I've been
I'm,
watching my figure.
You're just saying that to him.
Yeah, just literally.
It stopped in mid-sentence. It's a, well, good for you. You all know a fellow named Charlie?
Yes.
Well, he said we meet beep 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 beep
Maybe.
beep beep
Is your name Roadrunner by any chance?
beep beep.
Maybe.
He said we'd be meeting you here. I didn't really believe him. We took lots, but guess I lost.
Okay. No, we're here. We are real, honestly.
All right. Well, if you need a lift back to Carrigan Moor, we're at.
Sweet.
So I'll start climbing the ladder. and
Yeah,
see
I'm
if
gonna
they
make an
See
appearance.
if they noticed me.
You start climbing the ladder.
Well, as you can't be invisible, yeah, we'd notice.
Yeah, because you can stealth, which means moving silently, or you can hide, which means not being seen.
Yeah.
But as soon as you get to the ladder, the human is just there at the bottom holding the ladder. He notices you start climbing up. It's obvious. It's about as obvious as someone climbing a rope ladder up to an airship can be. You can't really hide, but you can climb it quite quietly if you should so wish.
Yeah, the silent image there, that's one of ours. That's fine.
Yeah, don't
Alright.
even say hello, just keep going.
Just keep going.
Yeah, he's a bit like that. It's fine.
All right. Yeah, is everyone else doing that?
Yeah.
I'll wait for the others
Me
to go.
and the dog.
I was going to say, I will say we've got a dog. How do we get him up?
I
Oh,
can carry him.
yeah. Well, talk to Enrin. It's gonna take dog up anyway. Points to the kid in the tree. Literally still in the tree. The rope is now wrapped around a branch.
Right.
But there is the child and what looks like a corgi in just sat on the sycamore branch.
Question.
Yes.
Does the corgi have flying goggles?
Does the corgi have flying goggles? Yeah.
That's fine. There you are.
Why would it not have?
I was just checking.
Gonna have to get some for Fenton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have to give him some doggles.
Big ass doggles.
I'm just gonna pat the chest of the orc and the human and go up the ladder.
Ew.
Just gentle little pat as I go past both of them.
Are you
and
a
go up.
psychopath?
Yes, you've met me before, right?
Don't worry,
All right.
she's on the register. It's okay.
Yeah, you do that. They exchange a glance, a look even. My
Do you want to be a kind
glance.
of case of like,
Yeah, so they exchange a look. Is that everyone?
me?
You, Alex, Nick, did you go up?
I hope so.
I was say,
Alright.
I will be
I can
last
wait to
up.
sort the dog out, don't we? Or does
Yeah.
that just happen automatically?
No, you head up the ladder.
We just grab a leg each and fling him up there.
Yeah. You get to the top. It's it's kind of narrow up here. There is a boat hull. There is a huge gas bag above this thing.
I'd say he's huge. He's kind of more like child size, but
Ha ha ha. Yeah. The boat hull could have been an actual boat at some point, but a lot of weight has been lost here and there. Large sections of planking have been taken out and
speed
replaced
holes.
replaced with canvas. The fabric holding the gas above you looks very, very elven. As does the fabric making up the sails. You think that, yeah, if it could be lost in weight, carved off, or lightened somehow, this has been done. There is one more person up on deck. As you get up there, who is just looking at you, just with the most dissenting, condescending, just
Oh yay!
look. Is a female drow
Oh yay!
holding what looks to be a very, very pretty warbow.
Oh yay!
Very detailed carvings, and she is just not in the mood.
Oh yeah! Well, she would be outside in the sunlight, and they don't like sunlight.
No, she's obviously one of those fun-loving drows as well.
Oh, I
because
do
you're
love
not
them.
dead yet.
I was gonna say she's definitely fun loving because we're not filled full of arrows.
Yeah. As you get to the top, the human and orc follow you up, pull up the rope ladder, and just a few moments later, there is a movement from the bow of the airship. Fenton appears with a rope tied around his middle, as does the corgi,
Around his
as
neck.
does the child. No, they all appear up on deck, and the dogs. The dogs get to know each other by sniffing each other's butts, because that's what happens with dogs. Fenton and the corgi don't seem to have any issues with each other.
Ain't no beef.
They actually run off below deck because they're just kind of like chasing each other, doing dog stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, cool. Whilst the human and drow make sail, literally set the sails on the side of the boat, side of the airship, and the wind catches them. Obviously, you can't have sails above the airship, but you can have them below, and that's what happens. So where the little fins are on a goldfish, yeah, they extend them and they catch the wind.
Did I notice a name on the side of the ship as we kind of crawled up it?
No, you did not.
Oh.
The half orc, he goes to the back and takes the wheel. Says, "My name's Valar. That's Elric, and the drow's Zastara. That's Valar. If you want Elric, it's Aelric. Zastara is Zestra. And he points to the child and he says, I believe you've already met Enrin. And Dog. Although he looks around the deck. Well, Dog's not here. Literally,
Enrin.
yeah. Literally, the dog is called Dog.
Dog. Yeah, no,
Yep.
I got that. That's cool. That's what I put Enrin and Dog.
And Dog.
And Dog.
The child, boy, girl, you're still not sure. Just appears to flip upside down and then just disappears upwards on another bit of rope up on top of the gas bag.
Essentially Tarzan.
I was going to say.
What?
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Oh
just,
boy.
just goes off, and you hear some shuffling and movement, and appears that there's stuff that needs to be done up there.
So
Don't worry about him. He'll be okay.
why not? It's fine.
So
Natural talent?
natural talent. Oh, the child.
The child.
Well, we're not even entirely sure. We're not entirely sure where they came from. We're not even entirely sure if he's a he. Just know that they're pretty good on lookout, and if anything needs rigging, well, that's the person to call.
Sweet.
Also, my voice has changed.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Accent's gone a bit slightly as well. It's cool. The altitude. It's fine. How long will it take then?
Well, it's gonna be a couple of days between here and there, partner.
High noon.
No.
We'll go it that way.
Righto.
It's gonna be a couple of days.
Righto. Gotta stop saying that. Say it all the time. Righto.
We're gonna stop partway at a town called. Where are you gonna stop? You're gonna stop partway.
We'll get some nibbles, shall we?
Yeah. Oh, at a town called Trest. So if you need to do anything, you can do it in town. Tryst. It means secret meeting.
Woo woo! Secret meeting with some burgers.
What, members of the clergy?
Yeah, why not?
Okay,
I
cool.
thought it was a burst of it in mind.
No, you can have town burgers.
Burgers.
Yep. So, the airship sails on. Sail! It, you watch the sun rise up in the sky, and yeah, there's not really too much for you to do. You're on an airship. It's pretty. There's a bit you can wander around. I mean, you can go below decks if you should so wish. No, you're staying up on deck.
Watching the world go by.
So everyone stays up on deck and doesn't see anything below deck, because why would they? It's not as if I prepared anything for them down there.
I will go below deck.
Oh, okay, you go below deck. Brilliant. So
Wow. Pity going below decks.
you go below deck and have a look around. There's some. It's kind of strange. There are some hammocks here, but it doesn't really look like people sleep on the boat. This really just looks like something that's used for transport. The dogs are running around down here. At one point, one of the dogs goes over to what looks like a tray full of dirt, deposits dog leavings. At which point the child just appears just over the side of the boat, pulls a little string, and the leavings in the tray just get catapulted straight off the side of the airship. There's a look out below. So
Gross.
I mean, it's
Protection
ingenious,
system.
but
and
You
then
should just teach the dog to poop over deck.
he just scurries back up the side. At the front, in where the bow is, there's a couple of grates, and you can see the landscape below. You can also see chains. There's chains here and manacles, as if it's used to tie people up, perhaps.
Okay.
Excellent, good.
We know where the bard's going to end up. She pees off the drow.
I'm hoping I end up there, to be honest, but you know.
I'm staying away from the drow. She seems angry.
Then we can steal her bow.
I was thinking that, Nick.
You're doing that on your own, mate.
ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking of cavorting with good old Milo there. Cavorting?
Cavorting, yeah.
Yeah, about getting it.
Consorting, I believe, not cavorting. It's just very, very different meanings.
No, leave it at that. It's fine.
Okay, good. Yeah, you sail on. It is, let's see. Oh yeah, no, it is literally an uneventful journey, and the sun gets lower in the sky. You can
A
see,
place where the sun hits the sky.
yeah, you see the coast, because Ballard was on the coast, and it recedes back and back away from you. You see mountains.
Back in black. What?
Back in black. You see mountains off to your left-hand side, and below you is forest. Lots and lots and lots of forest and lakes. It's quite beautiful, the interior of Rália. Eventually, there's some more motion, and they pull in the sails, pull in the fins, and the boy and dog just leap off of the bow on a piece of rope. I mean, the rope goes down, and then the boy and dog just go zzz, down into the trees. The airship stops and is pulled around by its own momentum.
Handbrake turn!
Before coming to a rest. It's still up in the air. Valor says, "Well, we're here. You can find an inn down there. There's, Tristan earns his name by being placed just out of the way. We like it because you're not likely to run into any bad news down there. And if there is bad news, well, it's probably somebody else's, so we leave it alone. We don't tend to sleep on the airship. We leave it to its own devices. We're just going to go into town and rent a couple of rooms.
Sounds good.
The only person who would stay is, well," he looks at the drow. She likes her own space.
Does she still have a bow in her hand?
Oh yeah, no. Anytime when she doesn't need two hands, the bow is firmly clenched in her hand. And she is looking directly at you. Just like... So they toss the rope ladder over the side.
Would you like any food bringing back from town, Sistara?
She can look after herself.
Righto.
Yeah.
Righto.
So they drop down. Basically, she is the steering lock to the airship.
She's the kryptonite lock.
Yeah, she's the immobilizer. They drop down the ladder. The child and dog are already down.
Yep, off we go.
Yeah.
Off I go then.
Fenton's lowered down on another bit of rope. This is just drop him down.
Oh, I think the rope slipped again. Never mind. Poor Fenton.
You end up on a road just outside of town, and you're crunching through the gravel up towards the town of Trist. That's you crunching through the gravel towards the town of Trist.
Crunch, crunch,
Town
crunch.
is down.
Well, no, the town is along the road. I'd ask for your perceptions, but I know one of you has a ridiculously high passive perception, which is ridiculous and high.
Pew pew!
I don't really know how to describe
19.
the highness, but yes, please, your perceptions.
I got 19.
No, 19.
I got 11.
19 and 11?
17.
17 without a purpose or direction?
22.
22. As you're crunching along the road, 22 does it. Yeah. You notice some movement in the tree line.
Charlie's in the wire! Ah!
Sariel. When I was redoing all the overlays for D&D, I got as far as encoding episode 23, halfway through it, and then realizing I'd written Sardia instead of Sariel on the frickin' overlay, and I was just like...
but how long did I use the name Sardia for in everything? It's understandable.
Yeah, since forever.
Yeah.
So, you noticed something just off the road in the forest. This is obviously a heavily wooded area. That appears to be early skeletons, and they are off the side of the road, and you catch a glimpse of them through the trees.
Scaly Bobs!
I'm gonna...
for that part, Valor, Enrin and Alric and Dog just carry on going. true to their word, they don't get involved in other people's stuff.
I'm gonna point the skeletons out to everyone. Just skeletons over there. I mean, I don't know if we need to bother them, but I just want to make you aware that they're over there.
I'm going to keep walking.
Yes.
You're going to
Okay.
keep walking?
Keep walking then.
Okay, you keep walking. Since we are getting up to time, what I would probably suggest is leaving it there anyway. So yeah, we'll leave it there. There is just one other thing I would like you guys to do before next week, in fact, and that is to get your characters up to level 4.
Work.
Can I just say, if you thought my perception was high before, you're going to be so upset.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe you might want to investigate the Skelly Bobs next week once everyone's up to level 4. Yeah, for dying, coming back, solving the puzzle, that was kind of quite impressive on Nick's part. Yeah, you guys ding. So you can look up the Ring of the Ram and upgrade your characters between now and then.
DM, what's that over there? That's Moonglade. We don't go in there.
So, thank you for joining us. If you like this, definitely leave a little like because it helps the video. Leave a little subscribe because it helps the channel. And if you don't know of anywhere to share these videos, just go ahead and share them. Just do it.
And if you do have an idea of what Sariel's talking about, please link the feet in any comment. See if you can get it.
Oh, those feet, those barred feet. How I don't like them. Anyway, we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.
Good. We're out.
May the All-Father's
Neil.
blessing be
Neil.
with you.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to know what my passive perception is now?
I don't care.
Too much, I reckon. You
Yeah.
nerf it.
I was waiting for somebody to put that ring on when they first, because I thought
It's not that high.
someone's going to steal the ring and put it on. And
Someone. There's only one person who would steal the bloody ring.
I have it in my notes. It's like turns into sentient fruit. But the thing is, nobody put the ring on. They were like, "No, we're good. We're good characters. We'll put it back." And I was like,
Good.
Chaotic neutral.
They're just not assholes.
"Yeah, no, the DM's not chaotic neutral.
No.
Lawful
No.
evil."
Lawful evil, yeah, I was gonna say evil.
La 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 la.